What's up, Maricute gang? I know it's been a while since I posted on social media, but I had to get myself together. I had to focus on me, and I've just been working like crazy. So, from the last video, I told y'all a little story or whatever, a short story about what happened with me and my ex or whatever. So after that video, I just stopped being on social media for a while, and I had to get myself together, and I had to find me. I needed to just re you know re um recuperate from everything. What I didn't tell y'all in that video was that I took it hard, real hard, and it kind of like messed me up a little bit. Like, I ain't supposed to say a little bit, it messed me up a lot. So I just needed to just step away from everyone. Even like, I stepped away from family, I stepped away from friends. I just needed space from everyone just to, you know, get myself together mentally, physically, emotionally, especially mentally and emotionally, because like I said, that kind of tore me down. And what people didn't realize was everybody that kept coming to me telling me, oh, let me tell you what, such did, it was kind of, messing with me. Like, y'all steady telling me what, my ex is doing and stuff like that. And like, I'm trying to, just move on from the whole thing, get over it or whatever. So, this is like a little short story time about me or whatever. But yeah, so as everybody kept coming to me and was like, they was calling me, texting me, all type of stuff. And I'm like, how do y'all know so much about what's going on and, his life and stuff like that? Like, y'all not even friends. He didn't like most of y'all and y'all didn't like him. So for some people that didn't like him, y'all was, surely all up in his business and coming to tell me like I supposed to really care. I'm like, we didn't broke up. He didn't moved on. I didn't moved on. Well, I tried to move on, but it was just like I didn't want to date nobody else. I didn't want to be with nobody else because I can't just jump out of one relationship and I didn't been with, this guy for a year and almost 2 months or a month or whatever. Like I said in another video, I can't just, oh, okay, so we broke up. Yeah, let me just go and, jump into another relationship with somebody after he was all I knew. He was literally all I knew. Like, bear with me. Okay, I know the camera quality is kind of ass, but just bear with me. I got my camera and everything, but it's a process with that right now. So just, bear with me. So, as like I was saying, but I couldn't just, move on like that because I really loved him and that was my very first love. So for me to just move on quick, I couldn't do that. I just couldn't hop into something else and give somebody else my heart and, my time after the whole situation. But like I said, I don't have no beef with him, no problem with him or nothing like that or anything. But it's like, damn, that shit still kind of hurt because I literally gave you everything that I had, everything of me to be exact, and something that I can't get back at all. I don't regret it. I don't hate that I did it or anything. because some people, they need that love and comfort just to help them find themselves and stuff like that. So I don't regret giving that person the love that I did. But I will say this, it kind of hurted because I'm giving you all this and more, and I was trying to, make it work, fix us and shit like that, and you was just keeping lies, and you was just, hiding shit from me, like, and I was open and honest, I was real. You knew the password. Well, he knew the password to my phone. Face recognition was in there and all. I didn't have nothing to hide because I was loyal. I don't see what was the point of cheating. Like, yeah, it's other dudes out here that's way better than, him and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, I was cool with what I was, cool with what I had. So to me, it was like, I don't want to go out here and cheat and talk to another dude, nothing like that. Like, I was just focused on him. But then again, at the same time, I will say during the relationship, I basically lost myself in the relationship because I was more focused on him than myself. Now, don't get me wrong, I was focused on myself a little bit too, but it wasn't as, much as I was focusing on him. Y'all get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, by me, focusing on him, giving him what he needs, the comfort, the love, and stuff like that, I was putting myself on the back burner. I was putting myself last. I always made sure that he was good. I always made sure that my friends was good, my family. I always made sure everybody else was okay before I made sure myself was okay. And a part of that is the reason why I kind of lost myself a little bit. And I'm not gonna say I'm all the way back because it haven't been, that long since, the whole little situation. But I'm over it. It's in the past. It's been a year. So yeah, it's just I had to really take things into my own hands after that whole thing. Now, I'm not gonna say it's like it messes with me now, but I'm over like I said, it still kind of hurts because, like, we could have worked the whole situation out, but as far as the whole sneaking thing and what I found out was unbelievable. So, I'm not gonna say it, but that kind of fucked me up as well because you lied to me about a lot of shit. And come to find out you was meeting up with someone else, another female, and shit like that. So, like, yeah, that, like, that kind of fucked me up as well. I didn't want to say it in another video, but I found out, like, the real reason and what happened. And as I thought about it, I'm like, that was karma. God really hit him with karma because you could have just been straight up with me from the jump. And little do he know, and Shorty messed me up real life, like, bad. Like, I was down bad because I'm not gonna say I fell in love with him, but I did love him deeply. Like, I that has loved him deeply. But my brother and my sister-in-law, they were the main ones in my corner that was, trying to help me get out of that, that depression and stuff, because I was depressed real bad. I'm not gonna go too deep into what happened to me, but yeah, I was down extremely, extremely bad. And it took my brother, my sister-in-law, and my best friends to like really help me, get out of, that state. And even though they was, trying to help me and stuff like that, I was still in that state because it was like I was too hurt. I felt let down. I felt betrayed. It was like a lot of things I didn't feel. But like, I couldn't do anything. I was just stuck. And then like, over like, I'm just sitting in my room, and then it was like, I'll cry all night. I'll cry in the morning. Sometimes I'll cry from sun up to sundown. Sometimes I used to cry myself to sleep, and then it was like the memories was hidden and hidden and hidden and hidden, back to back to back. Now, mind you, it was only like, I want to say a roughly 5 months. Yeah, 5 months. No, 4 months into it, and I was just completely out of it. I was down. Like, I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want nobody to be around me. I didn't want to get out the bed. I didn't want to do nothing, like dead ass shit. Besides just go to work and come home. And that's all I really did, was go to work and come home, take a shower. And sometimes shit, I didn't really eat. I didn't want to eat. The only thing I was doing was just drinking water and shit. Like, Shorty had me down bad because, like I told y'all in the last video, y'all know that was my very, first or whatever. So, but as they say, things don't last forever, and I know that, but I knew that back then, and I know that now. I'm gonna say that. Let me rephrase that. So, but I had high hopes for him. I really did. I had high hopes, and it was like, damn, you let me down. You showed me your true colors. You showed me a lot of things. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to nobody. Like I said, this channel is for me to keep it real, keep it a buck. Now, yes, I do still love him, but at the same time, I know I have to move on, and I've been doing pretty well. I ain't been dating or nothing like that. I've been talking to people and stuff like that. Now, I haven't I haven't had sex with people, nobody. I'm gonna say that. Let me just put that out there. I haven't had sex with nobody. I just don't want to do that. I'm not the type of female to, just go wild after a breakup, and after having, doing what I did with old dude, my ex and shit like that. That was my first, and most females will break up with their first, body or whatever, first boyfriend and shit like that. Break up with them and go wild and just fuck anybody just to, prove that they could get anybody. I'm not that type of female. I couldn't just go out here fucking any dude that I talk to, no. And I wasn't really even talking to dudes like that because, like I said, I didn't want to talk to nobody else. Like 2 months after the breakup, I started talking to dudes. But then it was like, you know what, I'm going to just stay to myself. It's best for me to just focus on myself right now. Fuck these dudes right now. Just do you, do what you gotta do. So, as far as now, I am just working and doing me right now. So, as far as a relationship goes, y'all probably not gonna see me in a relationship for a while, a very long while, because that's kind of. And then on top of that, it was like I was already like having trust issues and stuff like that. Like, you just made the whole situation worse. So now I don't really trust people like that. I don't really trust friends like that, because anybody can stab you in the back. So I'm like, I can't trust really nobody. And then I found out some information about one of the friends I was cool with or whatever. I did some low down dirty things, and I haven't told nobody, but You know, I'm like, let me just come on here, do a little story time or whatever. But yeah, as far as, again, back to me, as far as like, um, you know, oh, my bad. You know, as far as me getting myself together and stuff, it took me a minute. It did. It took me a while. And then as I like thought about it, like the relationship was going pretty good and shit like that, but if you really love a person, you're not going to mistreat them. You're not gonna put them down. You're not gonna feel bad or nothing. Like make them feel bad and shit like that. My bad. Um, as I'm speaking now, I'm still getting myself together. So yeah, I I'm doing okay so far. So far, I'm doing okay. Yeah, I don't mind my hair. I didn't know what to do to it, so like it's just everywhere. But during that whole process, it hurted, you know, my family to see me like that, and it hurted my friends, my close friends and stuff, because they ain't never seen me down so bad. Like I done went through some shit, but it never like brought me down this bad and stuff. So like yeah, it kind of hurted them because it was like, damn, she's really fucked up. Like yeah, and it was like me and my brother had a talk, and it was like it hurted him because he didn't want to see, you know, his only little sister, you know, like this, and especially by, you know, no guy or nothing, but like I told him, it was eventually going to happen someday. You know, everybody get heartbroken by someone that they love and stuff like that. So it was bound to happen. So yeah, but it kind of hurted me as well because I didn't want my brother to see me like that, but I knew it was gonna happen. So, and I thank him and my sister-in-law for, you know, being in my corner and actually trying to help and stuff like that. Um, yeah, they was doing everything in their power to, you know, keep me smiling, you know, keep me, you know, in a good spirit and stuff like that. So have my best friends, but you know, like I said, it was mainly, you know, my brother and my sister-in-law that was actually, you know, here because they live with me. So it was like, and they'll tell you, I'll probably make another video tomorrow when I get off work or whatever, and have them explain like what they seen and how it made them feel, because I know it hurted them to see me like that. You know, hearing me cry, hearing me scream, hearing me break things, you know, and playing all these songs and stuff like that. So like I know it kind of messed them up and stuff like that. So I'll probably have them come up on here tomorrow if they're not too busy. So my bad. But I'll probably have them come up on here and talk about how it made them feel and stuff. And then it's like, and another thing that I really like didn't really like that was everybody. When I say everybody, I mean literally everybody kept coming to me telling me like, what he was doing. They didn't see him. They didn't see him with this. But I'm like, okay, y'all steady telling me this is not making my situation no better, like, at all. And then I had motherfuckers that didn't even really care for real like that. Nobody really called me. Nobody really texted me, made sure I was okay. None of that shit. But then again, a lot of people didn't know about what I was going through and what had happened. So I'm not gonna blame them for that. But the people that did know, they didn't really care, and that kind of like made me like think about some shit like, you not calling to check on me and see how I'm doing. None of that. Y'all just think I'm still happy, this happy girl, do. Now, man, y'all, I was already dealing with depression from past trauma before I even got in a relationship with him. And it was like, it was still going on when I did get in a relationship with him. So it was like I was trying to, balance him out, then balance that out at the same time. And it was just collaging together, and it was driving me crazy. So I just, like, some days I'll be happy, then some days I'll just stop talking to people. I'll just close myself off. I wouldn't say nothing. And then it was like when I went to his house, it was like I was happy, I was relieved, because I'm not sitting in a house that had me, constantly up here in my head thinking about everything that's going on with me and stuff like that. So when I went there, he was literally my happy place, my scapegoat. Like, that was literally, he was my happy place. I'm gonna just say that. And I don't think he realized that he was my happy place. I don't think he realized the peace that he brought me. Like, when I was around him, my mind was calm. I was calm. I was cool. I wasn't overthinking anything. I wasn't constantly trying to figure out solutions to this problem, that problem. It was just like a relief. And every time I seen him, it was just like, oh, I could finally breathe. I can just, relax. I can be, cool. With the person that's bringing me peace to my mind. Like, it was like, whenever I was around him, it was just like everything just was like, just blew out my head, blew away. I wasn't thinking about it. It was just, okay, I'm at his house, I'm cool. I'm, with my dude, watching movies, laughing and stuff like that. I was cool. And then also when school started back up, I started stressing more, because every time school used to start, I used to stress more about keeping my grades up, staying on top of my, my work and stuff like that. So as I'm trying to deal with the problems at home, then the problems with school, then trying to balance the relationship, and between those two, it was like everything was just crashing together. And then situations, I get like different situations, mixed up with the other situation that I was going through, or with another person that I was talking to, because a lot of people used to come to me and talk to me about, their relationship, asking me for relationship advice, because I'm the type of person that'll give you, relationship advice and stuff like that. I'll help you. And some people will come to me and be like, what I gave them, the advice I gave them helped or whatever. And some people be like, it didn't. But I mean, every relationship is different. And then I get them, new advice to try. Or I just be like, just actually sit down and, talk to your dude or your girl. Y'all have to communicate in order to make the relationship work. Like, you can't just start here and then expect to end up on the other side with no communication. Y'all have to meet in the middle and, like, communicate, talking. Communication in a relationship is everything, because if you don't communicate with your partner, you never know where your partner is at, and you don't know where your like, for a girl, you don't know where your dude is at, how he's feeling if you don't communicate. And fellas, you don't know where your girl is at if you don't communicate with her, and you keeping things from her, and you lying about where you're going and where you're at and what you're doing. And same for females. You can't expect a dude to stay and you're lying about who you're talking to, who you're cool with, what you're doing, where you're at, and stuff like that. You have to communicate, and you cannot keep secrets. Because once somebody find out, like if your partner find out like what you doing and who you've been talking to, that's gonna hurt them, and they're gonna look at you different. Then they're gonna start keeping secrets. And that's the one thing I can't say that I really didn't have in that relationship. And like I was communicating, then he was communicating a little bit, but then after a while we both just stopped communicating. Like I said, I had a lot going on, trying to balance this situation, this situation, this situation, that situation, all at once. And it was draining me and killing me as well, because I'm trying to figure out solutions for this problem, that problem, how to deal with this person, how to deal with that person, how to deal with myself at the same time. And so it was like, damn, I'm juggling a lot, trying to keep up with it all. And like, I feel like I took half of that out on my relationship, the relationship I was in. But like I took that out on half of it, in my relationship. But at the same time, it was like I don't want to talk to him about my problems and stuff like that, even though that was my significant other and you're supposed to talk to your partner about your problems and what you're going through. But it was like you had your own thing going on, so why will I come to you with my problems and put more problems onto your plate when you're trying to juggle your own things and your own mental state? So I just kept to myself and did what I had to do. And then come to find out he was going through a lot as well and took it out on me. And I'm like, you could have just talked to me about it instead of doing what you did. But then I found out later on down the line that the whole situation with downtown, you went to see another female or whatever. So yeah. And then when I found that out, I was like, wow, you real life lied to me that day. Thinking about it, because like I said, me and my best friend was supposed to go downtown that day, and you lied to me about what you had to do just for somebody else. So yeah, after that it was like game over. Because if you lied to me about that, what else was you lying to me about? Because if you was going downtown to see some girl, you might have been meeting up with other girls. Now, in my opinion, most dudes would have loved to have a girl that's loyal to them, that talks to them, that makes sure they're okay, that's not, used like that, like been out here just sleeping around with different dudes, stuff like that. They'd be happy like, oh, I got a girl that ain't even, sleeping around with other dudes. She, new, she still got her stuff together, she still, da da da, and she giving me what I want. Most dudes would have loved that. You got dudes out here that love that, then you got dudes that just dog a female out. And you got females out here that dog a dude out. And that's why some females become how they is and some dudes become how they is. And it's sad. It's really sad. But for me, that whole little situation, yeah, it, it fucked me up real bad. And it was like I pray nights and days for him to come back or give me like some closure, the closure that I needed to like move on and stuff like that. I pray nights and days that we communicate, we talk, we get back together and stuff like that. But then after a while, it was like it's not gonna happen. Now, I never lost faith or hope in anything like that. Yeah, it's been a couple of those nights where I was like, God, please just let him come back, please, Lord, Like, I really love him. Like, that was my peace, my everything. Like, I felt good. I felt comfortable. Like, I was cool and shit. Like, it was just like, yeah. And then them nights where sometimes I just break down to him some days and talk to him, and it was the comfort and the love he was giving me that made me like, yeah, this the one for me. Like, I know he got me if I'm down bad and stuff like that. And like, I used to love going around his mama and his stepdad and stuff like that because they was always in good spirits, good energy, and it was like that's what I needed. I used to love going over there. I used to go over there damn near every day. In the summertime, I was there every day, but when school started, I wasn't over there as much. It was like every weekend. Some days I go over there like on a Monday or Tuesday, something like that. Like, throughout the week or something, and stuff like that. But yeah, and yeah. So, but as far as me now, I'm I'm pretty okay. I'm pretty okay. I'm not as hurt as I was back then because y'all still know it. It's still recent. It's just a new year, but like I said, I'm not finna sit here and hold no grudge. I'm not finna sit here and have no hate in my heart. I never had hate in my heart. Hate is a very strong word. Um, like, if he ever contacted me, asked me if we could link and talk, sure, we could, link and talk, but I'm not finna sit there and be a bitch about the situation. Like, no, fuck you. I'm still not over what you did. No, you did what you did. It's in the past. It is what it is. I'm not finna just carry this shit through every new year that come along. No. And most people will be like, girl, you should still dislike him. You should still do this, do it. And by you doing that, sweetheart, let me ask you, or fellas, let me ask you, by you carrying that hurt and pain and everything that you went through with him or her, where is that going to get you? By carrying that on and saying, oh, you hate this person, you hate what he did, you hate what she did. Where is that going to get you? By you carrying that around with you, it's not going to get you anywhere. You're just hurting yourself more in the process because you're still thinking about it. You're still holding a grudge against him or her. And it's like there's no point of holding a grudge. Ain't no point of being mad anymore. The situation happened and it's over with. So let it go and move on. Yeah, you could still hurt for a while. It's gonna take you a minute to get over that situation because that was probably your first, or you actually did love that person and you was in love with that person or whatever. So yes, it's gonna take a minute for you to actually move on and just say fuck that person. But as far as holding that grudge, no. Ain't no point. You're just wasting your energy, you're just wasting your time, your breath, and everything. So I just say skip it, throw it over my shoulders in the past with the rest of my stuff. It is what it is. It's time to move on. Live your life. Live my life. So, yeah, as far as now, I'm doing better. I don't smoke a lot anymore. I don't drink a lot. That's another thing that was going on with me. And that's when my mother started to see, then my brother started to see. I was drinking more. I wasn't like really a heavy drinker back then, like in the past and stuff like that. But after, that situation, I started drinking constantly getting high constantly and stuff. To the point where I was intoxicated real bad. Like, I just started cussing, I started screaming, I started crying, and it was just like they didn't like seeing me like that. But I don't really do all that no more. I don't drink, I don't smoke like that. So I just stopped because I wasn't doing nothing but damaging myself in that whole process. So I was like, I need to cut back. I need to slow down. I need to stop. And I did. So yeah, I'm officially a changed person. I'm not the same. Now I will say this. I'm not the same bitch from back then that'll take crap from anybody. Because I used to let a lot of people just walk all over me. Well, some people. But I was still like, I catch attitudes and argue with them. And I'd be like, who the fuck is you talking to? Because you ain't talking to me, bitch. Stop talking to me. And I just snap like that. But now it's like, I don't even really care what other people say. Bitch, say what you want to say. Think what you want to think. Now, if you think I'm not saying bitch from back then, oh, you got the game fucked up, sweetheart. I'm not the same girl that I was back then. A lot done changed about me. And a lot of people gonna see it. They gonna see it. Best believe y'all gonna see it. Watch. Y'all gonna see. I'm not tolerating no bullshit from nobody. I'll cut you off before I tolerate anything. Best believe that. I ain't putting up with nobody bullshit. No more drama. None of that. I'm not. So that bitch y'all used to fuck with, she ain't here no more. At all. This a whole new person. Now, my attitude probably a little more fucked up. My mouth a little slicker. Well, I ain't gonna say a little slicker. It's more slicker. And I'll cut you out in a heartbeat. I don't give a fuck. So, yeah. And motherfuckers can think what they want to think about me. Say what they want to say. So, as far as that, yeah. Y'all finna meet a whole new mirror. So, yeah. But this video getting too long. I will see you guys in my next video. So, I love you guys. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. I love y'all. Peace.